Hello, you beautiful tarot people out there. I guess I'm going to really do this. I'm going to try to go live with VR to Jennifer Ball, Identifying Food, Weight, and Body Beliefs and Blockages, Tarot Spread by Amanda Goldstone. Weight is my issue. Well, it's the elephant in the room kind of issue for me. So I got my incense going. I got my cup of tea, bergamot tea, to drink while I do this. My stomach is upset while I'm starting this. I'm nervous about it, but I believe it's something I need to do, because I was thinking the other night, maybe there's something spread that would help me to determine what my real issue is. And I hope you all subscribe to my channel, because I really would like some feedback. And after this, I want to get back into do some daily readings, because I do enjoy that. Not daily, but weekly readings. So, okay, the questions are: what are the patterns around food? What physical results am I getting? What conscious beliefs do I hold, think, and say? That's row 1. Row 2, what judgments do I hold about food and weight? What judgments do I hold about myself in relation to food and weight? What expectations do I have of effort or success in releasing weight? Row 3, what energetic patterns in imprints come from past lives? What beliefs have come from the generational family? What vows have I made at some point in my life in relation to my food, weight, or body? So lay the cards out from left to right, top to bottom, in rows of 3, left to right, starting with 1. Are we ready, cards? It says telling me to cut. We are ready. Okay, left to right. And I'm going to flip them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I'm done, I hope you can see everything. So when I am done, I am going to, before I'm done, as I'm going through this, I'm going to write this down. So card 1 is Princess of, I'll just put W and then I'll know that's Wands. Princess of Wands. What are the patterns, actions around food? What do I do? Princess of Wands. What do I do? Footloose and fancy free is what I think of the Princess of Wands. To be honest, I try not to think about it too hard, because if I really overly think it, if I really think about it too much, then it becomes more of an issue. The more I think about it, the more of an issue it does, and the more it weighs me down. So it's really difficult for me to really concentrate on it too much. Because that can be weighty in itself. Okay, so that's card 1. Card 2. I don't know why it has to go in my face. What physical results am I getting from pattern actions with food? Here I have Princess of Pentacles. What physical results am I getting? Oh, that seems really weird. Princess of Pentacles can represent your inner child. Perhaps it keeps me in my inner child state and it keeps me from growing. Yeah. Maybe it keeps me stuck in my inner child. And I think I will take time to sit with these myself. That's why I'm going to write them down. Number 3. What conscious beliefs do I hold, think, say, and repeat? Oh boy, this is confusing. The Star. What conscious beliefs do I hold, think, say, and repeat? What conscious beliefs do I hold, keep, say, and repeat? Looks like she's doing the same thing. She's pouring water over here, and then she's pouring water over here. I keep pouring water on it. I'm not sure what that means, the Star. Well, water is about emotion. So I keep drenching it with emotion. Keep drenching it with emotion. I think that's what that means. I'm going to try to move along and then just do as quick as I can. 4, this is row 2. What judgments do I hold about food and weight? What? Okay, this is rebirth, also known as judgments. What judgments do I hold about food and weight? What judgments do I hold about food and weight? Oh my gosh. That it can be rebirthed. No, this is a card of rebirth. You know, it must be something that I can renew. That it's always a chance for me to renew myself. You know, it's about reawakening. That it's my foundation. That the weight is who I am. But there's always a chance to begin again. I need some help here from you tarot people. I'd like to really have some feedback. 5, row 2, 5. What judgments do I hold about myself in relation to food and weight? In relation. 2 of Swords. What judgments do I hold about myself in relation to food and weight? 2 of Swords. Well, there's 2 paths I can go. I can even go into the light side about it, or I can go into the dark. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. Sometimes the weight is okay, and sometimes the food's okay, and sometimes it's bad. I'm kind of thinking about, too, I'm always judging myself about it. Is it good or is it bad? Am I being good or am I being bad? Am I being good or am I being bad? really how I see that. And then let's go on to the third card, and that is, what expectations do I have of the effort of success in relating to the weight? What expectations do I have? The moon illusions. The moon. There's water here too, so that's emotion. Howling wolves makes me think about crying about it. At this point in my life, I don't have much to sex. I just think it's something I have to live with, that I eat the best I can, I exercise the best I can, and there's not really, it's really beyond my control at this point. That's what I feel most of the time. You know, I really feel that I don't have control, that it's beyond my control. So perhaps that's the illusion, because I believe there's not much I can do about it. Although I do believe it's emotional and mental problem more than anything. Okay, what energetic patterns and imprints have come from past lives? So that's 3 of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. This is a Druid craft, obviously. It's the one I really enjoy working with. I feel like it's the synergy of it I can really read. But this is confusing me. Well, from past life, this is people watching somebody do their artwork. And cats have to do with, can be considered a familiar. You know, I always had this feeling that I died at the stake, you know, that I was persecuted for being a witch. And I paid dearly for that. And come to find out, my 8th grandmother was 8 generations back, was in the Salem witch trials. In fact, it was really quite a family affair. You know, she was accused by her father, I believe. So it was quite a horrible experience. So perhaps that's something I carry within my DNA. Or even, you know, DNA, it can be my past life. So people watched me do my craft, but it wasn't a pleasant thing. And see, number 8. What beliefs have come from the generations of family? 4 of Wands. Well, I do know from, I know this is about foundation. 4 of Wands, about stability. And the fire. Then my grandmother had this thing in her house, and it said diet or die. So that was a message I always got, diet or die. So if you were overweight, you might as well be dead, because you didn't have any worth. And so even though my childhood was happy in many ways, that message was, I don't know how 4 Wands corresponds with that, but that was the message, you know, that you were no good unless you were a certain size, that you were worthless, you know, diet or die. What vows have I made at some point in my life in relation to food, weight, or body? 6 of Cups. Oh boy. Six of Cups. Well, it must have been a vow that I made when I was a child, because he's looking back. In a way, I can think of this card as him looking back at his own childhood, or he's looking at his own children. In this case, where it's about me, I think I'm looking back at my childhood. So sometime in my childhood, I made a vow. Perhaps it was to always have a full cup. My cups would be overrunning, overfull. There was another thing too, was I grew up on my grandparents' dairy farm. I mean, we lived in our own house, but it was right on the farm, bordered the farmland. And when I was young, I can remember wanting to help go out in the hay fields. I always wanted to do that. And I can remember saying, "Are you big enough?" And they said, well, you gotta wait till you get bigger. And so somehow I think I internalized that as, yeah, am I big enough yet? Am I big enough yet? And of course that was around 11 or 12, 13, when you're developing, and I'm like, am I big enough yet? Am I big enough yet? You know, so it was like, diet or die, but you're not big enough to work in the hay fields. And I think I internalized that. Okay, let's go on to layer 2. Let's put them right on top of these. 1, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, row 4. What are my true feelings and belief about food, weight, and my body? That's it in a nutshell. It's protection. Prince of Swords. It has been my protection throughout my life. I feel like it protects me from the world, because the world can be so damn cruel. And here I am putting myself on YouTube, because right now I feel like I have nothing left to hide. Okay, second one, number 11. What blockages stop me from releasing this weight? This is what I really need to know. What's the blockage? Now, I don't usually read upside down, but Justice did come in upside down. What keeps me from releasing the weight in my body? What blockages are stopping me from releasing the weight? This is hard. Well, I'm not in balance, I guess. And balance seems to be coming up a lot for me lately. And when I'm doing the chakra readings, I'm sorry, I meant to hold that for you. Whereas she's laying with the inner child, I need to balance my inner and outer adult. I need to work with my inner child. I've worked a lot with my inner child, so that's surprising. Maybe the teenager. And number 3. How do I feel I would deserve a slim, trim, healthy, vibrant body? Lovers. Boy, that seems like a dichotomy there too. It seems Lovers. Wow. What is it? How much do I feel I deserve a slim, trim, healthy, vibrant body? I would say that I feel I really deserve that. That's what I'm thinking. I really deserve that. It's my choice. I feel like I really deserve that. But yeah, it's so complicated, people. Row 5. How does keeping these beliefs serve me currently? Queen of Pentacles. Well, apparently I feel like it serves me well. Queen of Pentacles. How does keeping these beliefs serve me currently? Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Well, I guess it served me somehow. It might be keeping me rooted in place too much. I don't get out like I should and interact with people like I used to. It's really difficult now, especially being tired half the time. Yeah. I'm just saying it keeps me from moving. Keeps me too rooted. Row 5, 14. What frightens me about releasing these? What frightens me about releasing these beliefs? Now this makes perfect sense to me. I'll be too strong. I'll be too strong and I'll have too much I'll have to take on more responsibility. That really is true. Okay, and what gift is there in this weight challenges? I see a lot of gifts. That's one thing. 3 of Cups. I do see a lot of gifts. It has given me the gift to observe society from a distance. So I think it has made me more insightful. It's made me understand the human psyche a lot more. I feel like I'm very non-judgmental. I take people as they are. You know, I don't care their shape. I don't care their color. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is how people come, if they come from the heart. So I feel like that weeds out a lot of people. That's a gift. It weeds out a lot of people that I know that if a person can be true friends with me, they don't have a lot of prejudices. I'll leave that at that. And on to row 6. Who would I be without these blockages? This is row 6. I would be the high priestess. Isn't this a card of the... Yeah, I would be teaching people. I would be a way shower, right? I would be the high priestess. I mean, what more can I say? You know, I wouldn't be the low person. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be leading people. That's it in a nutshell. On to the next one. And it is... What would you need to happen for me to feel safe in releasing these blocks? Prince of Wands. Well, I'm going to take that literally. I need to feel safe. I know I need to feel safe. And I don't, everybody, oh, it's wrong. But yeah, I really want a partner. I miss that. And I need safety. Who doesn't need safety? I feel pretty much alone in this world, and I have felt alone most of my life. So I will literally take this as someone coming to support me. A partner, a man, I need support from a person. I really do. What is my potential for greatness? This is the last one. And then we'll go potential for greatness. Well, see? Queen of Wands, right? Someone with fiery determination, someone very strong in her own spiritual beliefs, someone who is willing to be sexual, right? I mean, come on, people. The putty cat sitting under the chair, you know? So I think I would be open in a good way, and not, you know, of course, right? Okay, let's go on to the last part. See if I can get this done. Hopefully, I have no idea how long it's in. So, okay, card 1 and 2. I'm not even going to change the cards because they're together. Card 1, row 1. Okay, move to the left one so that you now have 2 cards side by side for each of the groups. Row 1, card 1. Okay. So, yeah, okay, wait, that's just summary. Okay, so the first 2 are these, 1 and 10, so that's laid down perfectly. So 1 and 10 is, I feel like I need something, Prince of Wands, Princess of Wands, and Prince of Swords. So, Patton's action, what I do, these are written so weird, what true feelings and beliefs about food, weight, in my body. So it's protection, it feels like it keeps me protected, and it gives me some sense of freedom. But most of all, it keeps me protected. Number 2, which is Justice and Justice and Princess of Pentacles. These 2 blockages that stop me from releasing the weight. I need to balance out my inner child. That's what that's telling me. And then number 3, which I'm going to hold up, will be conscious beliefs I hold that repeat how much do I feel deserved and how I feel deserved. So these are the 2 together, the Star and the Lovers. I would say I feel I really deserve it. I feel like I've learned the lessons I need from the weight, and that they can be released because I've learned the lessons I needed to learn from it. That's the way I've looked at it. Okay, and the next group is judgments I hold about food and weight, and how does keeping these beliefs currently serve me. It keeps me rooted, it keeps me grounded, it probably keeps me in my stone tower so that I cannot be moved. And then 5 is this group. Next group, judgments I hold about myself in relation to food and what frightens me about these beliefs. The judgments are, am I good and am I bad? What frightens me the most is becoming my true power.